the $1,000,000 question is Spence or Crawford? Who you got?
I would say Crawford, but I am biased. I've seen him at the Olympic Training Center a couple of times, and I've seen him in person. And I actually wrestled Crawford when I was like 19 at his house,
Wow.
and he beat me. And he beat me because he knows
Like
wrestling. So
like in the backyard, just messing around.
in his kitchen, yeah, like he's like, hey, Rich, I bet I could beat you in wrestling. And you know me, I don't know how to wrestle, but I'm not gonna just like say no. And so I was like, all right, bet. And then this guy takes me down, and I'm like, all right, well, so I'm looking for a rematch from him. But yeah, I think his ring IQ is just insane.
So
And
let me get this straight. Let me paint the picture. What is he, about 5'8"? What would you say?
yeah,
And you're 6'2". How strong was he?
man, this guy's strong. I'm not even gonna lie to you, because I got in there and then I was like, all right, and I'll try to mess around a little bit, and then he gets the grip, or he gets like the little position that he needs, and he just doesn't move. I'm like, oh, and all the Team USA guys are kind of around looking at me too, and I'm like, oh, I was like, this is gonna be bad. And then I think the only reason I didn't get flipped was because it was on the kitchen. If I'm
Wow.
being honest with you, because I didn't have my feet. I don't really know wrestling too well, but I knew that he kind of had he had the position
Right.
locked, and I was like, all right, like I got it. I kind of had to just go with it after that point. But he's very strong.
Okay.
I've never sparred him or anything like that, but I know that just from that standpoint, he has some really good strength behind him.
So you were saying you think you're edging him over Spence or no?
I would say so, yeah. But I would say a lot of it is due to biasy too. I like him. I like him a lot, and I admire his work. And I've seen him in training. I've seen him in sparring. I couldn't say the same for Errol Spence. I don't really know how he trains or how he works, but I've seen the ethic that Crawford has and what he puts into the training, and I think it's gonna be very hard to beat him.
Do you think so? When you're saying you're edging out Terence, is this like a 60-40, or you have it more like 70-30?
I would say 70-30. I would say that
Okay.
it's just going to take Crawford a little bit of time to get to get him figured out. So I would say if anything happens in Spence's favor, it would be early on while Crawford's still trying to figure it out. But once he kind of finds that lock or picks that lock, then it'll be kind of more one-sided. And that's a lot how Crawford's fights have gone.
Interesting, because I was going to ask you, one thing I didn't really realize was that there's a slight size advantage for Spence, right? And I was going to ask you if you think that matters, and being the fact that you wrestled with him and you're way bigger than Spence, do you think the size advantage for Spence will matter?
I mean, I think wrestling is different than punching.
Right.
So being able to get inside would be more of an advantage for Spence. But I don't think there's that much of a deficit of reach in order to make a huge difference. But I mean, Spence likes coming forward too.
Right.
So I don't know how that distance is going to play such a factor. But I do think it's going to be an amazing fight. I mean, I think it's going to. That's why I think I'm really excited to watch it, because everyone has a different opinion. Everyone says no, it's Spence. Everyone says, and it's almost from where you're from to who you like or what kind of style you have. And so I'm really excited for this fight.
Hey guys, please subscribe and smash that like button. And if there's any fighters you want us to interview or anything else, any questions or comments, hit us up. We're here for you.